Hello and welcome back to my channel. In the previous video, we learned about the importance of variables and what are the variables, why we are using in the programming, and what is the actual need of having the variables. So, in the previous video, we saw that the variables are the part of our script that are storing the data for a temporary time so that we can deal with that data, we can work on that data. So when we are talking about the data, this is the thing behind the advanced level technology that we are having today. This data is very valuable for the technology like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and without the data, even nothing is possible. For example, we are dealing with robotic type of things. We are creating the robots, we are creating the embedded systems. But without data, nothing is possible. Without data, AI is not possible. Without data, machine learning is not possible because we cannot train any model without the data. We are learning about the we are talking about the machine learning. For example, chat gpt. So what chat gpt is doing, it's extracting the data from the user and then interacting with the user. It's evolving itself. In the same way, other machine learning platforms are extracting the data from the user and they are providing the relevant content, for example say YouTube and other things. So without data, nothing is possible. But when we are talking about the data, we are actually talking about the different classes that data belongs to. Everything for a computer is not same. So when we are giving some data to the computer, it's differentiating data to the defined class and then working on it. For example, if I'm saying that 1 is a data and 1.0 is also a data for the computer, it looks similar for us and the value is also same for us. But for the computer, 1 is different type of data and 1.0 is a different type of data depending upon the class and the memory that they are occupying. Okay. Integer, all the values, all the variables are all the mathematical numbers without a decimal point are called the integer number. They belongs to a class called integer. All the mathematical values, all the mathematical numbers that are having a decimal point are called the floating numbers because they are having a floating point variable. And in the same way, a single alphabetic character or the mathematical number within the single quotes is called a character, and the total size of a character is 1 byte. Total size of integer is 2 byte for a 32-bit operating system, and it's 4 byte for a 64-bit operating system, and the size of a floating point number is 4 bytes. And the fourth class of the data type is a string. So string is nothing but a single character within the double quotes or a group of characters together within the double quote is called a string. For example, your name, address, or the name of your school, all are the type of string. So for example, let's just open. Today I will be using this Python for explaining the type of data. For example, I'm having a variable, its value is 1. I'm having another variable b equal to 1.0. I'm having another variable, its value is c equal to 1.0, or it's just 1. Here we can see that the value of all the these variables looks the same, but actually they belongs to a different class. This one is integer and this belongs to a class called integer. This one is floating type of data and belongs to a class float, and this one is the string. So to find the class of any variable in Python, we are using print type and then that particular variable. Here you can see that class int. This variable a is of class int. It belongs to class int. Now let's check for b. It's float now because it's having a decimal point with it. And now check for c. It's class string. So in the same way, we are having another type of variable in other programming languages, that is that variable, when we are placing in single quotes, any value that we are placing in single quotes, in other programming languages this becomes the character, but in Python this will be considered as string. So since we are talking about this Python programming, in Python we do not need to define the type of data. For example, here in Python there is no need to define what type of data we are having, it's integer, floating, or any other. But while writing the program for Arduino, we have to define the class of that data type. For example, for making an integer type of variable, you have to type int. These are the predefined keywords, and you cannot use these for your local as a name of your local variables. For example, int a equal to 1. So this become an integer type of variable for you. For creating a float type of variable equal to 1.0. For making a character char character equal to character c equal to value within the single quote, this becomes a character. And for making a string, you have to type the word string d equal to, for example, name of your school or name of your location, for example KASHM Kashmir. So this is a type of string. So when we are writing the script, we will be dealing these basic type of data. Apart from these type of data, these data types, we are also having some other data types, but mostly we are only dealing with these 4 type of data, and especially with integer, floats, and strings, in with characters also, but mostly with these values. The example is, you can consider this. For example, you have gone to a mall and you bought the different grocery items, and you brought that items at home. Now you are not mixing up everything. You will be placing all the items, all the ingredients in separately defined places, because it's easy to find the items from there and it's easy to work with them. In the similar way, we are not mixing up everything. All the data that's we are feeding to the computer, or the computer is having, that belongs to the different classes, so that our computer can interpret different things, or it can perform the analysis and etc.